Hey everybody, welcome to Self-Care Summer. This video is an energizing flow for your hips. So we'll have to start in child's pose for the hips. So we're gonna take it into hands and knees. Take your knees wide and your big toes to touch. You can have your toes tucked or untouched. Tucked doesn't matter. And then we're gonna sink the hips back to the heels and stretch your arms out. So if this does not feel safe or feel good for your knees, I invite you to bring your knees a little bit closer together and stretch the arms out. So just kind of find which angle works best for your body. And then we're just gonna take a couple breaths in stillness here. So just allowing your head to hang heavy. If it touches the mat, great. If not, just try to soften through the back of your neck. And together we'll take a big breath in through your nose. And then open your mouth and sigh out. Breath in through your nose. Let it go. And the biggest breath you've taken all day, inhale through your nose. Feel your ribs expand. And exhale, push all the air out of your lungs. Inhale, begin to lift your head up off of the mat. Walk your hands as wide as your shoulders and glide forward. Bring your knees in a little closer. We're gonna come into a tabletop position, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Inhale, begin to tilt your tailbone upward, draw your shoulder blades together, lift your chest coming into cow, and then exhale, start to round through your lower back, then your mid back, and then upper back coming into angry cat. Maybe even tuck your chin in towards your chest. Inhale, tilt your tailbone upward, look maybe forward, upward if your neck allows. Exhale, round through lower back, mid back, upper back. Now really push the mat away from you. Or try. Inhale, tilt your tailbone upward, shoulder blades try to come towards one another, lifting the chin. Exhale, start to round. Last time here, I want you to push away. And then inhale, come back to a neutral tabletop position. From here, we're gonna tuck the right toes and pull the right leg back behind you. I want you to feel a slight stretch through your calf here. So you can pull back and then glide forward and then begin to engage the muscles around your legs. So kind of firming your quad, feeling your glutes turn on as you pull back, and then glide shoulders over your wrists. Slowly start to lift your right leg up and back behind you. Look forward here. And then tense your left fingertips, extend your left arm forward. Take a big breath in and exhale. Inhale, turn your right toes out to the right side of the room and then start to open your left arm out to the side. Right leg's gonna come out for like an awkward airplane. Inhale, come back through center. So 2 more times, just go to your edge. Don't worry about going super far out. We're just trying to activate those muscles around your hips. Inhale, extend, and come back through center. Place your left hand down and your right knee down and just feel whatever brightened up there. Inhale, tailbone lifts. Exhale, and round your spine. Inhale back to neutral tabletop. Tuck your left toes, pull your left leg back. So now you kind of know where we're heading. Just think about what needs to engage here for you to stay in control. And a lot of times that means we need to focus on lifting the belly and then engaging the muscles around the limb that is lifted. So we're gonna start to bring shoulders over your wrists and lift your left leg up. Engage, firm your quad, lift from the back of your hamstring, and then tense your right fingertips. And extend your right arm out in front of you, turn your left toes out to the side, and then we're gonna wing out to the side. So right arm comes out wide, left leg goes wide. And then inhale brings you back through center. Exhale, extend. Inhale to center, 1 more time. Inhale, extend, and like there might be some quivering, there might be some shaking, that's okay. Inhale, extend, and then go ahead, lower your right hand down and your left knee down. 1 more round of cat-cow. Inhale, tailbone lifts. Exhale, and round your spine. Inhale back to neutral tabletop. Tuck your left toes, or tuck both sets of toes and elevate your knees. Start to lift your hips and pull them back to downward facing dog. So once you arrive here, you could always step your feet a little farther back if it feels pretty crammed. You can turn your fingers out to the side, so your index fingers face forward instead of your middle fingers. And then you can always add a slight bend to the elbows here. Maybe take a little bend in the knees. And then we're gonna break down walking the dog. So you're gonna bend your left knee and pull your right hip back until you feel that stretch, you feel that edge. Then inhale through center. Exhale, right knee bends, pull left hip back, maybe even look underneath your left armpit. And back through center. And then you can add a little bit more personalization, your flow, just rocking from side to side. So this is called walking your dog out. One more time from side to side. And you can do this as a warm-up or like a cool down. Inhale, look forward. And then exhale, 2 giant steps up to your hands. We're gonna come into forward fold. Inhale, hands to your shins, halfway lift. So that means that the spine is going to like extend forward, and we're gonna draw low belly in instead of poking the butt like straight up. We wanna think of creating that core control. Exhale and fold. One more time. Inhale, think strong through the center, through your torso, and then exhale. Now, next time we're gonna round all the way up to stand, and then you'll stretch your arms upward. And then we want to hinge over your hips as you fold back down. So adding a gentle bend to the knees. Step back to your downward facing dog. Walk your feet together at the back of your mat. We're going to come into a little hip opener here. So lift your left leg up and back behind you. And when we lift the left leg back, there's a tendency to kind of just drop into that right side. I want you to think about lifting that right side up too. So there's like a lot of activity going on here. Then you're going to bend that left knee and start to yawn your left hip open. The right heel's gonna wanna do some funky things to adjust here. Try to keep that right heel lifted and straight up behind you. And I want you to take 3 giant hip circles here. So plugging into both hands, take those big hip circles and just notice where like you have control, and also become aware of where you don't. We're gonna pause with that left hip open wide. And then as you exhale, straighten out your left leg, turn your left toes down to the ground. And this is where we're gonna get energized. That left knee is gonna come up to your left tricep, squeeze it up there. And then pull your left leg straight back so you don't have to yawn it open. Left knee, left tricep, squeeze it up there. And pull back. One more time, left knee, left tricep, bring your shoulders with you. And then step your left foot outside pinky edge of left hand. We're gonna keep that right thigh elevated here. So there's a tendency also to wanna sink down there. I want you to try to keep it elevated, and then maybe even tense your fingertips, look forward, and stretch your left arm forward. Inhale here. Exhale, left elbow, right knee. We're gonna crunch in. Inhale and extend. 2 more times. Bring it in. Extend. Last time. Bring it in and place your right foot down. Inhale, chair pose. Reach your arms upward. It's okay if you're in an awkward spot on your mat. It's fine. We're gonna get through this. Hands to heart center. Big breath in. Now exhale, twisted chair. Right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Hands to heart center. We wanna crunch down here. I want you to try to extend your spine so you get that big stretch through your upper back. One more inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, bring it through center. Stretch your arms up, lift your chest. Let's plant the hands down to the ground. Walk your hands to the middle. Not the cutest transition, but we're gonna step that right foot back and then the left. Downward facing dog. Inhale, roll out to high plank. Exhale, knees down, untuck your toes, lie all the way down onto your bellies. And then take your hands underneath the caps of your shoulders, draw your elbows in. Baby Cobra, lift your chest. Exhale and lower down. Now tuck your toes. We're gonna come into a tuck-toed up dog. And for some people, this feels a lot better for the lower back because you're not just relying on the flexibility of your ankles to keep you in this position. So we're gonna tuck the toes, engage the legs, and then start to straighten the arms, squeeze your glutes, and lift your chest. If you're like, Shal, this is not good for me, go right back down into Cobra. So we're gonna be here for one more breath. We're gonna try to extend the sternum forward, lift the chest, exhale. Now you're gonna pike your hips to pull back, downward facing dog. Ooh, big breath in, huge breath out. Inhale, right leg extends up and back behind you. And we're not gonna collapse into that left side. You're gonna keep it elevated, lifting out of the hips. And then you'll bend your right knee and start to yawn your right hip open. And just notice, like, one side might feel way more open than the other, and that's okay. We're gonna take 3 giant hip circles. Plugging into both hands equally. One more big hip circle. Pause with your hip open. Press into the hands, straighten out your right leg. Turn your right toes down to the ground. Right knee comes up to your right tricep. We're gonna bring the shoulders forward to that like Spider-Man looking plank, and then you'll pull back. 2 more times. Knee to tricep, squeeze it up, shoulders forward, and pull back. Last time, right knee, right tricep, squeeze, 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 and then maybe step your right foot. You might have to grab it and bring it up to the outside. We're going to stay lifted in that left side. So that might mean a little bit more work for the outside of the right hip. You'll extend your which arm forward? Your right arm forward. Big breath in here. And then exhale, right elbow, left knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale and crunch. Last time, inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Left foot sneaks down to meet the right. And we're gonna reach the arms up, coming into chair. Draw low belly up and in, take it out of your lower back. Hands to heart center, push into your hands, or like push your hands into one another. Pull the hips back, and then take your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. So just notice that first, you'll wanna kind of crunch down to get the elbow to the outside. That's fine, we just wanna reassess, extend through the crown of the head as you're pushing into the hands. And then try to twist so that the thumbs come right to heart center. Big breath in through your nose here. And exhale. Inhale, back to center. Stretch your arms upward. Exhale, hands come down to the ground, fold. Inhale's your halfway lift. And then we're just gonna walk the hands to the middle of the mat and step your feet back to downward facing dog. Big breath in. Exhale. Inhale, roll out, high plank. Exhale, knees down, lie down. Inhale, loop your shoulders back, baby cobra first. Exhale and lower down. Now option for tuck toe up dog. We're gonna tuck the toes, the arms straighten, but you're squeezing the legs to stay in control here. So we lift and then try to bring the hips through, shoulder blades together. Huge breath in through your nose. Then exhale, we pike the hips and pull back, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Huge breath out. Inhale, look forward to your hands, step your feet up to your hands, forward fold. Root to rise, stretch all the way up. And then exhale, sink into your chair. Pushing the hands into one another. You're going to then stretch your arms forward, pull your hips back, and we'll slowly lower down onto your bottoms. You might have to use your hands to help you. And then I'm gonna turn towards you. You can stay right where you are. We're gonna come into Parakanasana, bound angle pose. So you're gonna push your feet into one another. You can flex them, it might feel nice. Hold on to your ankles. And then we wanna try to draw our upper arm bones towards the ribs. Feel that lift in your chest, and this might feel like enough. If it is, stay here. Otherwise, we try to press the chest forward and walk your hands. So this is a little itty bitty cool down at the end of your flow. So some people, it might feel nice to kind of walk your hands from side to side, find that area that needs a little bit more attention. And you're focusing on your exhale now. One more inhale. And exhale. Walk your hands back to your ankles. Let's bring the legs together and lower down onto your backs. From here, we're gonna come into a gentle twist. So your knees are gonna come into your chest. You'll take your arms out to a T. We're gonna let the knees fall over to the right. Maybe your right hand goes to the outside of your left thigh. You can lift your head, tuck your chin in towards your chest just slightly if that might feel better for your neck. Soften through your legs. Big breath in. And breath out. Brace your core. Roll back through center. Other side, take your knees over to the left side, right arm out to a T. We're trying to plug that right shoulder down. Close your eyes. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, roll your knees through center. Place your feet on the ground. If you want to spend a little bit more time releasing into some hip stretches, feel free to do so. Otherwise, you can roll yourself up to a seat. And just take a moment with hands at heart center to come back to yourself. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you next time.